And off we go. Bottom left-hand side from South Korea. The first Korean WCG champion is ReMinD. And his opponent, one of the strongest, if not the strongest Chinese Night Elf of all time, is colorful. I mean, the Chinese, right, was always a lot of human, was always impactful undead. But for a long, long time, the Chinese side of things was a little weaker than the other races. Human, of course, we don't have to talk about them. Sky, TH, Infi, you know all of them. Colorful, probably best Chinese Night Elf of all time.
I would certainly say so. And that was not to be expected for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 2016, I think it was Life who looked really good. It was Life who was by far the best Night Elf player in China at that time. And Colorful was around then already. And he was just simply a lot weaker, to be honest. But through hard work and dedication, Neo, he got there. He got to the tippity top of the scene. And he is a world-class player nowadays. Absolutely no question about it. Going once again with the Demon Hunter first, obviously. And so is ReMinD on map 1. What do you think the chances are that ReMinD is going to play something other than Demon in this series?
I mean, if game 1 goes absolutely horrible, that if Colorful just smacks him, and it's the most one-sided game you can imagine, I can see him go for some cheese on map 2, but apart from that, both love the Demon Hunter and Bear style. The question is just, who loves them more? Who builds more? Who uses them better?
It's also going to be a lot about creep routes here in the beginning. Having a fast level 3 is a huge power spike for the Demon Hunter. Throw in some nice items that you find, and also some boots, and they can nicely get ahead. And you have to be careful at Night Elf Mirror early. If you start losing 1 or 2 archers, and suddenly the opponent has a bit of a lead, you can play very aggressively then when you have a 2-archer lead. You can run into the opponent's base, especially if it's something like a big healing potion or something like that. And we've seen that from ReMinD before. If he has the option, he loves playing aggressively. So I guess that's also something that Colorful has to be mindful of.
For sure. We see ReMinD moving away from a creep pattern that he introduced, which was expansion creep very early on with the Ogre Magi. That would mean that you have to use mana burn or more mana burn, and then Moonwells don't replenish too much. He chose to be the aggressive one, while Colorful was busy with the creep still, catches an entangle, and here we have the first encounter of the map.
That was close. Colorful was thinking about starting the creep camp right there. That would have been really bad, but did not quite come to pass. Fortunately for him, Circlet versus Claws, very even as far as the first item drops go. I wonder who would win, statistically speaking, that exchange. It should be very close.
I think it's Circlet up until a certain level. Oh, that was definitely with a Blade Master. But then at some point crit overtakes, and therefore claws become better. Without crit, good question, indeed. Well, then it should still be Circlet. Community can do the test.
We've also bought the Circlet. And we have the Creep Jack coming in for Colorful. He's lower HP though on the Demon and a lot lower mana.
His timing seems a little ill-advised. Colorful also finds a nice timing. The replenishment potion was very, very helpful for ReMinD, who is a little healthier, has a little more mana, can heal more efficiently with that, but his early game plan is already a little bit ruined.
This would kind of be the time to see boots. We've seen them quite a bit lately in Night of Mirror. Especially good for chasing down archers, like here could have been a possibility. But of course also fairly pricey. ReMinD got lots of gold. Stopped making archers, of course, with the Ancient of War uprooted. Colorful made 1 more archer, but only 1 more also now going for his Mercamp. Are we going to see any mercenaries here? Yes, we will. Berserker, of course, great DPS increase.
Also quite expensive, can be eliminated early. And I was about to say, like, what second hero will we see? With low archer numbers, oftentimes not a Naga because you don't really want to push. And for ReMinD, that is certainly the case. Keeper of the Grove And on Colorful side, we haven't seen anything yet. He has no gold either. He goes to the middle. He decides to go for the Naga.
Yeah, honestly, Naga is pretty much the only hero we see nowadays. Keeper, of course, there's always this hope that with level 3, with level 2 Thorns, very good for Bear Mirror, but for tempo reasons and perhaps some others, we have hardly seen him lately. So this is old school play by ReMinD. Bears with Keeper, delaying his tier 3, but I guess also Colorful is taking a while to get there.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, interception here. That's not good. Pants down. Berserker dead. Big pickup.
What was that?
It was a misrally.
Why was he sending the units through the middle? That's a huge mistake. That must have been a misclick or something.
He just wanted the better view at the lake, I guess.
That is extremely painful. Colorful gets the item here from his merchant as well. Mana potion not good for him. It's going to be a sell though. That's more gold. Tier 3 on the way. But ReMinD seems to be faster with all of his tech. He's got the first lore standing already. As if he had more gold. And this can't all just come down to the single archer.
Both have Ultra Vision. Tech has started. Their Moonwell advantage, maybe. Yeah, that's the Moonwell for sure. And, oh, did he see that Archer in Shadow Melt? Yep. Reveal. Yet another kill.
Is he keeping the mana pot? It's kind of unusual. Normally would see that getting sold all the time.
Respect
the only way that item is really valuable is if you're saving it for a level 3 Naga, and that is pretty far away. But alright. Creeping continues over at the Knolls, and ReMinD here looking for a creep jack. He needs to get something done.
Yeah, he wanted to do this already pretty early on in the game there. It was disrupted. Here, he gets what he wants. 2 archers down, thanks to Entangle, of course. Big help. Dryad advantage also. Big help. But the Demon Hunter himself is low. Engine of War still fighting the creeps. Entangle on heroes, of course, doesn't last that long. How long can ReMinD stay in here? First of all, oh, Demon Hunter getting really low. Has to TP out. And especially on this map where you kind of want to go into Zeppelin and drop the base later, town portals are really important.
Yeah, this was a very good move for ReMinD, getting about as much value out of that Entangle as he could. And seems like we're in an even kind of game now. The longer this goes, the higher the Keeper levels. Normally the better it should be for the Keeper player. As we see the Bears coming out. We go to 50 supply first. And it's going to be time for some upgrades.
It's going to be interesting how different this Asian Knight of Mirror is compared to the Knight of Mirror we'll see later with Foggy and Spiral. Where we see, I guess, a lot more range and a lot more Pardom in general. Healing wards, very, very good. We have the Bear upgrade ready for ReMinD. His timing's still a little bit better, but it's a very passive game. They invite each other to dance, but both decline for now, so they take care of the creeps first.
Alright, the next big item. The Aura's, of course, what you want here. Hood of Cunning. Pretty bad.
I thought all the stats item are very good nowadays.
Yeah, if you get 2 stats that benefit you, it is really good. But, you know, Intelligence useless on the Demon and Agi useless on the Keeper. So, for that reason, not so good. You can still keep it for the Agi if you want, but...
Colorful... Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. I was a little surprised. Colorful with the orb on the Naga, but changes it now. Ancient Django of Endurance, one of the best drops here.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. You want to buff up these Bears with auras and also upgrade as much as you can. We're just creeping up. This is one of the reasons why LR is really good for Bears. Once you have a couple at 50 supply, you can creep the whole map easily if you have the time. Which is certainly not the case for if you play Autumn. 4-3 on Colorful, 4 and 2 only on ReMinD. Down now in levels. Might still be looking for a fight, aggressively moving across the map. Can he get level 3 from this camp? Should be enough, actually.
Will he have the time? Colorful Can't really see it. There's 2 camps in the bottom right, so why would he move somewhere else? Upper left, also 2 more camps. Colorful is scouting and now feels ready to brawl. 4-3. Is it Thorns 2? It is Thorns 2. We're getting ready for the Bear Mirror Heal Scroll, Protection Scroll for a fight. ReMinD seems well equipped.
Bad position for Colorful here is Berserker getting caught right away. Bear's not all fully morphed yet, waiting to use as much rejuve as possible. Demon Hunter getting targeted. Dispel against the Entangle. Use the Book of the Dead getting summoned, but quickly getting dispelled. Some of it is still left as Colorful falls back to his Moonlets. Does he have one more dispel? The Bear is entangled right now. He's not dispelling it. First micro mistake by Colorful this fight. Naga using all of her mana. Still has the mana potion. Perhaps it was the right choice to keep that item. Demon Hunter for ReMinD in trouble. But Invo Potion will be used. Demon Hunter is now going mano a mano. Basically, big supply lead for ReMinD at 50.
The Thorns Aura is kicking in. What a great value this has also in the Demon Hunter fight. You see the difference. Colorful loses yet another bear. I think ReMinD has to be careful with his Demon Hunter, but apart from that, everything red here. And Colorful losing another unit. One more staffed out, and Town Portal seems good. Can't reach for the Demon Hunter. Wow.
Oh my god, look at these. Does he have a heal ward still? Oh, he doesn't. Imagine.
Imagine, indeed. But yeah, if you needed more proof that ReMinD is pretty good with bears, that fight is for you.
I wonder if Colorful should attack now. It would be kind of a weird choice considering the units he lost. But of course, we can see the HP bar. And it's crazy how low everything is. Nighttime just started. Oh, we don't have Wellspring yet.
It's about to finish.
Finishing now, though.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And that is quite some mana. He was waiting to use it until Wellspring is finished, so it's even more. Nice. Little min-maxing here. Yeah, that is a 10 supply lead now for ReMinD.
Upgrades coming at more or less the same time.
Is Colorful forced now into a Zeppelin play? Because how can he catch up even if he loses so many units?
It'd be very dangerous. I don't think he has the gold for it. He first needs to get to 50. And then if he goes for a Zeppelin play, he also needs a TP.
The patented ReMinD Invisible Archer as a sentry ward during night. Colorful knows about it. Probably remembers this. But yeah, ReMinD knows exactly what's up and ReMinD knows exactly how this army is looking like.
Doesn't have the second orb yet, by the way. This is gonna be another big upgrade once the Keeper gets the second orb.
Oh yeah.
Colorful could also go for one on the Naga, although again, gold is low.
So do you want to fight during nighttime into a Night Elf base? Probably not. 700 gold for ReMinD. Can he get more items?
He doesn't have a TP here, so if he was to fight into the main of his opponent, it would be a super hard commitment. Very dangerous. Does have the gold to rebuy a TP, but not doing it yet. Maybe trying to trigger Colorful to go into upkeep and lose gold. But both here still so far sitting at 50. Keeper back home. This must be the Orb of Venom now. There we go. Lots more DPS now.
Okay. 2 heroes basically throwing coils every single shot. Keeps the Hood of Cunning. Could sell it for a little min-maxing and also of getting another slot for protection for Heal Scroll. We have 1-1 on each side. Upgrades looking a little better for ReMinD, I think. Yep.
With Roar, by the way, both Demon Hunters have plus 29 damage. Which is, good. Of course, a whole lot. Keeping it nice and even. ReMinD has a bit more HP. Colorful has a bit more armor. So very comparable Demon Hunters. The concern is about this Naga. At the moment, she's still strong, but especially if we go to like 70 supply, that's when the aura effect gets crazy.
Oh, Demon Hunter entangled and blocked. Couple of free shots. A little bit of damage. And ReMinD gets in front again. Can't capitalize, but you know, it's a little showcase of his strength. Poking the bear.
Wellspring finally finished for Colorful. That did seem a bit delayed. Just as daytime finishes. That is not quite perfect efficiency. Or daytime comes. Players' forces are under attack.
2-1 about to finish for ReMinD. too cute already, and Colorful isn't producing anything. We'll probably focus on consumables. 700 gold.
Demon gonna have to sell some of his items. Gets rid of his circlet. Must be a heal scroll, I guess. Telestaff. Oh, okay.
Zeppelin, Remo.
A player's forces are under attack.
But catches the Demon Hunter again.
Oh my god, where's the Naga?
In the Zeppelin.
Thank goodness.
Staff ease.
ReMinD could go for an Ancient of Wind, maybe. But he's going into upkeep. He's breaking and pushing into the enemy main base. Colorful now also pushing both here at the same supply amount. And it's going to be an even fight, but of course Colorful going to have the backup of these Moonwells.
And the shop can go for potions if he wants to. But ReMinD is backing up. With that, he pretty much disrupted the Zeppelin play. He scouted it. He sees it. He can get ready for it. Or find countermeasures. Are we having a base trade, Remo?
Would be dangerous. ReMinD is in the middle of the map already, so he can just attack you first when you are on the way with the Zep.
Also a little weird that Colorful can't use his whole army. Bring the Zeppelin now. Could flank with the Zeppelin and sandwich his opponent, but then he doesn't have access with everything to Moonwells. Tough decisions to make now. I guess the decision by ReMinD is, let's go!
2-2 upgrades against 1-1 only, so ReMinD has a big lead there, but beautiful flank. The bears from the high ground had the perfect surface area right there. It's a lot of damage from the bears for ReMinD instantly. Gonna use one staff to save one bear. He's got a second one available, but it's still two bears out of the fight for a little bit. Repositioning, this is a better position now. Concave looking good. Dryads have to be pulled back. Dryads out of position here for ReMinD. Scrolls being used, Demon Hunter dropping low, Rejuvenation running has to be dispelled. ReMinD not dispelling the Rejuve at the moment. That's so much free healing for Colorful.
I think he wanted to detonate against the scroll protection as well and then get 2 for 1, but that didn't really work. 72 still, big supply leak. What can he make up of that? He also has access to the shop, of course, but his units are so hurt. Needs the scroll, used the scroll already, needs another one, it's off cooldown. Oh wow, there's so many units about to fall and now Colorful is in a world of trouble.
Entangle, right clicks, if the demon falls, it's over. It's over anyways. GG, and ReMinD taking the 1-0.
And just like Roy Jones Jr. said it, you almost have forgot the OG of the scene, ReMinD. Reminds everybody why he's one of the greatest to ever do it with Night Elf. And he's like, who's this color guy you guys are talking about? He thinks he's the GOAT with bear mirrors. I'm going to show him. And he does just that here in map number 1. That was super impressive, and I love to see ReMinD in shape.
Yeah, and then the early game was pretty good for Colorful. He got so many units in the mid game, early mid game especially. The traps that ReMinD wanted to go for very early on didn't work 100%, but then the Korean came back strong with a creep jack at the left hand side, the null camp, and it was all him from there.
Yeah, I think the big problem here for Colorful was getting the Naga and then playing too passive. What did he do with the Naga the first time when she came out? Not much really, right? The first little brawl that we had was when the Keeper was also out. But of course, when you have the Naga, you have the big second hero timing advantage. You don't have to take a fight, but if you can at that point, it's good. But if there's no fight to take, then at least you want to get some really big camps. Meaning, especially on LR, you want to get both merchant items on the left and on the right. He didn't do that. He just went for his side and then fell back to creep when he got creep jack, and the Keeper could make use of his entangle. So I feel like the timing's a bit off by Colorful, and maybe he just wasn't considering that Keeper option.
Yeah, Thorns Aura was pretty crazy. And now, what's the response by Colorful? Tidehunters is the map? Is that a bear map? Will that make him switch from Naga to Keeper? Or is it up to ReMinD changing it up?
After that first game, he doesn't need to. He can just play the same, just rely on his fantastic execution, good decision making. even at the end, it would have been so easy for him to get complacent. And then, like, the start of that last big fight was actually not very good for ReMinD. So that's why he was just like, I can pull back, bring Wisp, just detonate that protection scroll of yours, and then wait for the next bears to come in, use some big rejuve. The double staff usage is really, I've said it for a long time, like it has to be there every game. You always need to have a staff of teleportation on the hero at the front, staff of preservation on the one at the back, and then you get basically a potion of restoration, every once in a while. If you use that properly, your hero can come back in with full mana, full HP. That was super well executed, and I'm so impressed with ReMinD. Honestly, he accepted the challenge, he showed up strong, and now Colorful is the one that's shaking. Imagine if Colorful starts opening bottom, then we know he's been broken.
Yeah, I think in a million years this will not happen. Demon Hunter Bears. And that predictability, ReMinD comes in prepared and brings the heat to this series. I was very, very sure that we're gonna see Lin versus Colorful and counter, but hey, maybe we're wrong, but also maybe Colorful makes the right adjustments and makes this a series. Looking forward to this a lot. It's a great match so far. It was a great match. Can ReMinD do it again? Is he the new Mr. DreamHack? Let's go, Tidehunters. Colorful for the Lao Pao Esports Club, bottom left hand side. ReMinD in the bottom red. So, Remo, bottoms or Demon Hunters?
Demon Hunter all the way. It's a cunning hero, adept at
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I don't.
at something, huh? Okay, I'm also adept at something.
Wait. What does it say? Cunning hero, adept at weaving into the fight or something? Maneuvering through battles. All right, pretty close.
Because he has evasion.
Pretty close.
How good are you at maneuvering?
Well, if you're talking about flexibility as far as joints go, horrible. I'm basically like a cinder block.
You're my favorite cinder block, though.
I was very impressed. Like, you were actually flexible for whatever reason. You could put you could at least, your legs behind your head, which always blew my mind.
I can still do it. I did it on a broadcast recently.
Wait, what?
How is that even reality?
Really?
Yeah, but only the right one. I don't know why. Not the left.
Yeah, if I tried to do that, something would break off and I would lie on the floor like a broken Lego man.
I think it was a Meisterschaftscast. I'm not. Yeah, might have been the first playday of Meisterschaft where I displayed my incredible flexibility.
What did Slash display?
He was just his natural awesomeness.
So he talked about how OP Night Elf was.
Pretty much, yeah. We do have a Demon Hunter opening, and things go pretty well for ReMinD once again if I look at this inventory.
Yeah, he's going item hunting. I was about to say maybe he's gonna steal the Murgol dude over there, but no, not quite gonna do that. Looking very aggressive. The Wisp got a little bit off by him, didn't quite see where Colorful was going. Oh, and that's the Sag item duo right here. Cloak and Ring, the classic.
Yeah, I mean, we praise the cloak whenever we can, and we try to poke Todd with the Rings of Protection whenever we can. But if you compare this to what ReMinD found, there's no two arguments to be made. Great block by ReMinD once again, man. I think Colorful wants to go home for quite some time, but Mr. Firebrand here says, nope, not yet, nope, not yet, nope, not yet.
Alright, it's gonna be a long walk of shame back to the main, to the Moonwells.
Walk of shame, he did great.
I mean, did he though? It's a lot of inefficient time right now, and he forced some moon juice, I guess, but he's also forced into some moon juice himself. Gonna get level 2 now. Level 3 timing here is gonna be crucial, and that's where Colorful's got the edge. He's got more experience here. He's creeping faster.
For now. We have 3 archers, on the other side 4. Yeah, okay, you might be right. You're onto something, but ReMinD is just saving it for later.
Saving the creep camps for later, you mean?
Yeah, also time.
All right, fair enough.
Ooh.
4 archers for ReMinD. He had the faster tech before. This time, again, but only by the tiniest of margins. Hunter's Hall should be coming down. Oh, look at the middle!
Yeah.
Ancient of Wonders.
Yeah.
This could be a Naga archer push.
Yeah, exactly. How many archers has he got? 5. ReMinD, also one of the inventors of the Shredder push on Amazonia. This will be a little tricky because the lab is, you know, still defended, but the shop is here. Naga would be a good option, of course. Colorful. Gotta be ready for this.
Oh, they almost met at the green camp.
Ooh, risky.
Oh, that's a perfect creep sack for Colorful.
Yep.
Very annoying for ReMinD. Gonna have to back off.
Maybe the Naga can turn it around? Or is it gonna be something cheesy? The Pit Lord, maybe?
ReMinD definitely has to get out. It's gonna be a Naga for Colorful, pretty sure. There she is, and well, ReMinD should have perhaps cancelled this shop because this push is not gonna happen.
I can walk home, you know, it'll just take some time, but man, Colorful is a certain dominance. Feels like what?
Colorful also didn't make a Hunter's Hall himself.
Oh,
Wait a minute, is this new meta? Tide Hunters? Just mass archers?
maybe he just forgot, but I've been talking about this for quite some time. There are a lot of chokes here where you can't really use your bears properly, and then it becomes a little bit of a gamble who's positioning better. And so you focus on range more, because like this is a perfect example here at the tavern. Left hand side, right hand side, 2 needle holes at one position, and there's more of that here on Tide Hunters. So I can definitely understand Night Elves if they want to switch to more range. Just took them longer than it took me.
We'll have to see mass Ancients of War as well.
No.
Just archers and Ancients of War.
No.
20 Ancients of War in the middle. You remember Terranos there?
I don't want that anymore. It was fun for a while. Naga's in trouble. Demon Hunter also pretty low. The shop comes
gives
into
it a
play. He can't mana burn and kill her, right?
Got no
Yeah,
mana though
got
at
no
the moment.
mana
Should
for
be
the
able to
mana burn.
cut her off with the archer block maybe.
He's very
But
good
2
at
archers went
maneuvering.
down in the meantime for ReMinD. This is a good trade for Colorful, I believe.
I think Colorful also lost a couple of archers, right?
Still has 5 left though. And Colorful's got the way faster tech for orb and marksmanship soon.
Maybe Potom. Tier 3 here. As important as it is with bears, I guess. Yo, and the shop will be killed. Oh, demon. Oh, demon. Oh.
Jesus.
Calculated.
Losing heroes to creeps doesn't feel good. Isn't that right, Neo?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, you must have a very lifelike imagination.
You know, my mind also works in mysterious ways. But of course I felt it when Linguagor was losing his Farseer in the fall season to creeps.
That's a Sag. Oh, he sells the Scroll of the Beast. Mass archers, they could be pretty good. But we do see a late game bear transition here by Colorful. Double lore. Unless... Where's the Hunter's Hall? Oh, there it is. I was looking for it. Unless it's Mountain Giants, which would work well against archers, I guess, but then again, so do bears.
But Mountain Giants are better against Talons, and we will see Talons. He's already on the way. Yep. Vintage. This is one of the coolest mirror matches, if you ask me. Bears archers versus mass range Talons archers. I love this style.
Colorful has at times struggled against this Talon meta, but he sees it early, and that should trigger only very few bears and Mountain Giants soon. Demon level 3 pretty strong right now, though. Invoke Potion very effective. Naga in trouble. One more Moonwell is there. Not much juice in it, though. Archer's starting to go down. Who that's better for right now as we move into the late game tech? Hard to say, but this level 3 demon so damn strong.
Well, I can tell you that ReMinD absolutely needs these archers for damage, especially when Dryads come into play. For Colorful, he wants to rotate out of them anyway.
Supply lead here for the Chinese. Looking not bad to tie up the series. Demon drops low. Heal potion needed. Oh, he doesn't use it. And that's a quick GG after 9 minutes. As the WGL champion ties it up.
It has a much more difficult game here on Tidehunters. The creep route quite not as crisp for ReMinD, like the initial pressure despite his good items. Didn't do enough, and then Colorful from there knows exactly what it is he needs to do. Is he jamming to some tune right now?
I don't know. Maybe he's streaming his reactions to his games. I don't know. It could be anything. We have to ask him. Maybe he's talking to his wife.
What do you think will be the Colorful playlist?
Remo, you know him better.
Well, he is. And his strategy is pretty basic, so maybe Nickelback?
Do they still create
How
content?
dare you?
Nickelback. Okay, we
And
all
Justin
go.
Bieber is a believer.
We all go listen to some Nickelback, and then we're back with a decision in 3 minutes. The last map of the Asian region before we start into the European playoffs. Our players are ready. Who's gonna face Lin in the winner bracket final of Group D? It is once again ReMinD versus Colorful.
Are we back to bears? That's the question here, because we just had a little bit of a clown fiesta with archers here. In that last game, you know, I read the funniest thing recently. Apparently, you know that moment when Khabib jumped from the octagon after he fought Conor McGregor because like he was being taunted by one of McGregor's teammates. He apparently almost landed on Leonardo DiCaprio, who was Octagon side watching the fight. So there was an article talking about this, and the first comments under the article was, if that happens and he landed on him, then Leonardo could have said that he survived 2 bears attack in his life.
Let's go decide the series. Remo, do you know who's who? Because for me it says player 1 and player 2.
I
Colorful is
do
blue.
know who's who. Colorful is blue.
Oh, we'll rhyme and Remo Rimmel.
Oh yeah, put a lot of effort into that one.
I thought so. Can you send me a poem? For like Valentine's or something?
How many verses do you want?
1.
Just wait. Is that a poem then? With only 1 verse?
Dude, everything is a poem if you call it a poem.
Dude, to be honest, I feel like poetry is much underappreciated in our society, and I wish I would know more about poems. I'm not even trolling, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah, that fits you. I can imagine you. Okay, if you send me a poem and we can publish it, then I'm gonna send you a poem book so you can study that a bit.
A poem book. That does sound very poetic.
I know. It's not my job to come up with a poem, it's yours, okay? I just buy that damn book.
But the problem isn't that I can't read poems. I can read poems online any day. The problem is I'm not educated most of the time enough to really, appreciate them. Can we appreciate, though, the Demon Hunter once again? First hero on both sides. No, Pudum. Pudum almost, or Podum almost sounds like poem now that we think about it.
Yeah, oh my god, this cast is a wonderful one. For me, the amount of bears in game 2 was too damn low. And here it's of course wide open space. I wouldn't mind to see more of them. Zeppelin's also acquirable if you want to go for a base drop, which Colorful certainly wanted. But ReMinD scouting was too good. The pressure was too good. Now we will see the item drops, of course, and whose creep route is better. We start with Claws.
Yeah, last game was a very good showcase of how you don't want to be inefficient in the early game. If you fall behind in creeping and in levels and you lose the timing and you lose map control and you get pressured, things get hard. So if you run across to be aggressive, you better damn make sure that it's a worthwhile move, because otherwise you're going to be behind. Just creeping for now. Cloak of Shadows versus Mantle. Fairly comparable items here so far. Fast level 2. And this does look like a normal kind of bear mirror game so far.
Like a mirror match, eh? Both focus on themselves first. Nobody's really aggressive. I like that. Just especially from ReMind's side, when you start the series so well and then kind of fall off in map 2, I think you want to be a little more secure in the deciding match.
Yeah. I think going for comfort always has a lot of value. Also, though, playing the talents, which are unusual, can catch an opponent off guard, and Colorful has had some issues with that in the past. We've seen that on multiple occasions, in fact, actually. And this truly is extremely mirrored. Jesus.
But it feels like ReMinD is a tiny bit faster, you know, like a second or two. This can always be caught up automatically with the RNG, especially with the Demon Hunter involved. So next big round of items, Ring of Protection, actually can be decent early on in exchanges. On the other side, parry up pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's valuable. Demon Hunter's always going to be frontlining. Additional toughness is appreciated. Early on, probably the ring is going to be more value. Later on, the bonus HP when you have level 2 evasion is going to be quite value. Replenishment pots also popped at the same time. And we have the first deviation, Neo. Oh, Colorful goes into the middle and bought an item.
Ooh.
Sick.
Slippers of Agility. Gonna get some socks for Christmas here at winter time. Did he get something here? No. I wonder if that was shop delay. It looked like shop delay, right? Could have been boots.
He just went to the shop and did nothing. All right, there we go.
Boots on the other side. So not as
might be a
murder.
TP forced. Maybe.
Can just run away. Power of the boots.
Oh, he's waiting for the Nagas to round.
The trap.
Did he see it?
Is it closed?
I think he saw it. Oh, he
Yeah.
goes for his own Naga. She's protected. Sort of. Not really.
Ooh, Demon Hunter is forced into a TP though. Well done by ReMinD. And with that, he grabs the lead.
I feel like over the last 1.5 weeks, we've seen a lot of these attempted tavern surrounds, but they don't ever quite happen.
Oh, there was one game where the enemy hero didn't end up in the trap because the player knew, but he couldn't do anything about it, and then he couldn't go for a second hero for like 2
Players'
minutes.
forces are under attack.
Sounds very familiar. Was that Meisterschaft?
I don't remember because we cast a lot of games.
We do. ReMinD again, running across the map, hoping to creepjack. And this is such a weird move. Like, he doesn't know where the opponent is. He's just hoping to see him, but sees, alright, you're not here. I guess I go back now. Trying to make his time worth it by going for the Warlord. And I guess that is going to work out. Colorful is moving into the middle now. A bit too late to do anything about that. Huge items here available. Book of the Dead is alright. It's not amazing. It's one of illusion.
Yes, exactly. Just fake you have a little more units than you actually have. Was it an eye? I'm not too sure.
I think so. Did you see what he sold, by the way?
Wait, I got a great memory, as you know. He sold the cloak, that's for sure.
Players' forces are under attack.
And you say I'm old and I don't remember stuff.
I never say that. I say you have very bad vision.
I don't remember that.
Figures. Claws plus 9 for the demon. He's packing a good punch here. He kind of hits like a truck.
If he's in range and can attack stuff, that's for sure. And that, of course, opens up the laboratory for Zeppelins. And it's ready in exactly now. Was about to say 1 second, but then the second was over. Not going for anything yet, as there's more important stuff like the first bears for Reju Roar, like tier 3. And what did Colorful get done in the past couple of minutes? I think he got the consumables, and his tech is quite a bit ahead.
Seems like maybe he went tech before single lore or something like that. You can absolutely do that. You don't really need many dryads. 1 is sometimes enough, or 2 certainly is. So he picks up the orb, and we're going into bears and just creeping up the map. This is usually what we see. Especially before 50 supply, you shouldn't expect any real fights in this matchup.
Except, of course, the Naga versus Naga battle. This means, of course, that ReMinD will not have that Thorns Aura advantage. We will have a movement speed advantage with the Legion Doomhorn. And especially if he goes for more staffs, his bears will always have more mana, so healing up at Moonwells is always a little more efficient for ReMinD than it is for Colorful.
Oh, he almost left the tome on the ground. Twitch chat was ready to blow up in an uproar, but he picked it up.
They didn't
Lucky
even
for
see
him.
it because my camera wasn't on there.
A player's forces are under attack.
You can trust me, guys. I would never lie to you. Alright, Naga at the shop. Time for an orb, I guess. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Only 1 camp left, basically, which is the Scorpion camp. So that's 2 camps, in fact. Do the math. Oh! Cloak of Flames. That's really good in Bamura.
10 damage per second on everything it touches. Colorful sees him coming. And he has no TP anymore, right? Nope. Never rebought it.
Colorful leaves the tome. I know definitely who Twitch chat wants to win now.
I guess that doesn't change much, to be honest. Old veterans always fan favorites. Here we go. Is Masters finished? Yes, it is. Who's this better for? Ah, they don't want to brawl yet. Map is almost empty.
So now it's time at 50 to go into upgrade. Maybe some heal scrolls as well. Oh, there's still 2 trolls there. That's good. That's level 3 for the Naga.
Is there anything interesting in it? Slippers as well. Very good bang for your buck.
Valuing those agi points really highly.
Still holds on, or again holds on to the Book of the Dead. Wonder if Colorful saw that. Needs to bring wisps. He usually brings wisps, always. Shouldn't be the biggest deal for him.
Oh, ReMinD has Cold Arrow deactivated.
There we go.
Oh, okay, there we go. Never mind.
Min-maxing, saving some mana. Okay, do you want to push into a Night of Base? In general, no. But there's no Moon Juice anymore, and it's not nighttime. We see Roar everywhere, Fork Lightning on the bears. One of the bears not in Master Form. Demon Hunter is in trouble for ReMinD. Might be staffed out. No, must not, because there's a big potion of healing. This fight might decide it all. Colorful again. One bear out. Second bear hurt. Reju is running, and it feels like ReMinD is taking this well for now.
Oh, the detonate's gonna be huge! Naga in trouble, has the TP. Colorful hold in the main. 2 more bears about to drop. Barely gets that kill.
Ooh.
41 supply for Colorful, 47 for ReMinD. Scary push, but Colorful holds. 1 bear there for Colorful was tanking so much damage, and Reju was running on it, and ReMinD didn't quite use the Dispel. He let the Reju run through full time. If he had dispelled that quicker, maybe he could have forced the issue here a bit more.
Colorful has now a little bit of a problem where he has no lumber anymore. He will balance it out by buying some items, but upgrade-wise, this should soon benefit ReMinD, who immediately invested into Wellspring.
And this is when the Bear Mirror gets a little bit weird sometimes. I mean, we still have some creeps on the map, but they're in a weird position. If you go for them, you expose your base, sort of. But especially when there's no creeps at all left anymore. Question is, when are you going to fight? Normally fighting into the opponent's main, into their Moonwelt, is a big disadvantage. But that doesn't seem to bother ReMinD too much. He keeps doing it this series.
Archer Scout this time doesn't have to be revealed because Cloak of Flames. Do nothing, kill units. The dream.
The Demon Hunter's true form. Wreathed in flame. Just like the Eye of Sauron.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first Lord of the Ring reference in this DreamHack Asia week. Took 2 days. Actually pretty impressed.
I've been pretty low on Lord of the Rings references lately.
Yeah. That's what I kind of indicate.
It's time to change that.
Well, the new TV series is coming soon, Remo. You will get lots more content for these references.
Isn't it taking forever until that one comes out?
I saw something on Twitter recently, so it can't be that far away.
I think the Game of Thrones prequel is sooner.
Oh. Well, you can reference that too. Reference all the fantasies.
Hell yeah, fantasy and sci-fi. That's me jam. ReMinD again, willing to fight into the enemy's base, or at least pretending to. This could be a horrible position if you engage here. It's a natural choke point here. Moving towards the main. Colorful could set up perfectly behind it, but he allows ReMinD to enter. And I think he's like, hell yeah, bro. Let's fight next to my Moonwells. Let's do it.
Yeah, I wonder if ReMinD is a little too aggressive. He has the 2-1 upgrades, 1 upgrade advantage, of course, Moonwell advantage at home. But I think Colorful still has better consumables. Yeah, Heal Scroll and Protection Scroll. ReMinD doesn't have that, but the Demon Hunter is in trouble. Has to use both consumables immediately, and I think this is what ReMinD wanted to trigger initially.
Yeah, ReMinD must see that his opponent is in upkeep here, so he knows he's making more gold. But this may come at a price of some bears being exposed. However, does have the double staff. Nice save. And now with Colorful running across, maybe now it's time for ReMinD to go into production. It's dangerous, possibly, if the opponent attacks. One Dryad going down, slightly sloppy to lose that one by Colorful. ReMinD picks up another scroll. 2 scrolls, in fact, and is still not producing. Look at the cojones on this guy.
Okay, needs it soon, but Moonwell juice should be great. Look at him, filled to the brim. And 2-2 is done as well.
Yeah, great upgrades for ReMinD. Seems like he's always getting this upgrade lead if we do get to the late game. Of course, the mass detonates made that difficult for Colorful to keep up with these upgrades.
Clock is ticking. Less than 1 hour until the European quarterfinals. The downtime between games might not be the biggest. Thanks to Colorful, thanks to ReMinD. 70 supply. Man, he is gaining quite some gold now, ReMinD is. Thanks to not breaking upkeep. For how long can he hold on to this? Wow, he got the Warsong battle drums.
That's very expensive. 500 gold. And it's not even 7%. With Roar in consideration, it's actually less than that. But, alright.
Probably was aiming for a Vambora, which he did not get. And here we go. Can he get a kill? So far the staffs are good. ReMinD is buying so much time.
Now I need to save this bear.
Yep.
The staff. Where is she?
Maybe messed up the heroes? Nope.
Lady Ursula.
Yeah.
What a beautiful name.
The Snake Mane.
Snake Mane.
What's up, Mane?
Ursula Snake Mane.
Snake Mane. Shout out Grinchy.
Snake Mane. Wasn't that the name also of the witch in Ariel?
She was Ursula, yes.
A great soundtrack, by the way. I don't remember anything else from Ariel, but a great soundtrack. As so many Disney movies. Alright, Colorful is going to commit in now. He's got the tiniest of supply leads and will go in. The bears for him stuck in the back. This is a horrible position at the beginning of the fight.
Demon Hunter needs to go to take a sip at the moon juice. Stabs are ready. Detonates are coming in. Uh-oh. 2 bears down immediately for Colorful, and there goes his supply lead.
Demon in the front line with the orb of, with the Cloak of Flames doing so much damage, not getting touched much yet. Mana low everywhere. No hero has any spell to use. Who's got more bears left now is the question. Colorful with more supply, but a lot of bears also about to drop. Staff coming in with the rejuve. Double staff. Nicely done. More bears are falling. The auras, are they going to make the difference now for ReMinD?
Demon staffed out of the fight. Double level up on the Naga. Both at level 4 at the same time. And now good luck running away against Frost Arrow if it's enabled. Another block to keep the Naga safe. Can't even burn too much. Oh, reaches again. Reaches again. Nice block by Colorful against the Demon Hunter, so he can't reach. But I don't think there's a chance to save the Naga. Demon Hunter's trying to come in. Is the damage enough? Somehow, somewhat. No! Mana burn kills her off. GG! It's the win for ReMinD.